The United States intervention in Vietnam, especially the deployment of American troops to support South Vietnam, emerged from a complex geopolitical context shaped by the Cold War tensions. The primary aim of this intervention was to contain the spread of communism throughout Southeast Asia, a region deemed strategically important. In the accumulation of events leading to war, World War II left Vietnam divided between Communist North Vietnam, led by Ho Chi Minh, and non-Communist South Vietnam backed by the U.S. To fully comprehend the U.S. involvement in Vietnam, we must consider the domino theory, a pivotal concept in American foreign policy at the time. American policymakers believed that the fall of one country to communism would lead to the fall of neighboring countries, akin to dominoes cascading. Hence, South Vietnam became a significant bulwark against the perceived communist expansionist agenda. Initially, the U.S. involvement was subtle, offering military aid and advisors to support the South Vietnamese government in their struggle against the Viet Cong, a communist-led insurgency in South Vietnam. However, as the situation deteriorated and South Vietnam faced the prospect of collapse, American involvement deepened. The Gulf of Tonkin incident in 1964, where two U.S. naval vessels were allegedly attacked by North Vietnamese forces, served as a catalyst for direct military intervention. President Lyndon B. Johnson received congressional approval to launch retaliatory strikes, and subsequently, American troops were deployed to Vietnam not just as advisors but in combat roles. This marked a substantial escalation in the U.S.'s military involvement, with troop numbers swelling over the years, peaking at more than 500,000 soldiers. As American forces entrenched themselves into the Vietnamese landscape, they faced a formidable and unorthodox enemy well-versed in guerrilla tactics and deeply familiar with the terrain. The U.S. military strategy oscillated between attrition and search-and-destroy missions, often leading to controversial outcomes such as the My Lai massacre that sparked international condemnation. Despite overwhelming technological superiority, the U.S. troops encountered grave challenges in Vietnam, exacerbated by the lack of clear objectives and mounting domestic opposition to the war. The military and political complexities, coupled with a resilient Vietnamese resistance, culminated in the eventual withdrawal of American forces by 1973, leaving South Vietnam to defend itself. This intervention remains a pivotal episode in U.S. military history, emblematic of the perils associated with foreign military interventions.